What's up, Nail Geeks, and welcome to another huge video. I think at the point that I'm recording this, I pretty much left my really big videos for this upcoming weekend. You guys probably have no idea what weekend I'm talking about because I'm recording this in the past, but I digress. We have two new collections from Rogue Lacquer. She's got a ton of sale information for her Black Friday goodies. We have a gift with purchase, and we also have a mystery polish and a doorbuster to check out. So without further ado, let's dive right in. To kick this off, we're going to begin with the Merry and Bright collection. You can grab these for $12 individually or $44 for the set. And first we've got All I Want for Christmas. This is described as a cool blue crelly with purple to blue-green glass and black flakes. This is a beautiful mosaic type of crelly. It builds wonderfully on the nail. Honestly, I thought 2 coats was perfect, even though I am keeping my shorties at the time of swatching this on the shorter side. I still have a free edge, and I thought I was going to need a 3rd coat based off of that first coat, but nope, I needed 2. So this is deliciously opaque and is so packed full of flakes that you will get a wonderful pond effect and mosaic effect even at those 2 coats. I'm going to strongly suggest a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat, as these are quite thirsty because of the flakes being so chunky. And next is Twinkle All The Way. This is a metallic silver and black flake with blue-green glass flakes. This is stunning. I did not do this one justice. I don't think photos are going to do this justice. I don't even think video really is going to be super indicative to what I'm seeing in person. I so adore reflective type components in polishes, and this is literally an ornament on your nails. Maybe on my full hand shot you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It's almost mirror-like in indoor lighting and kitchen lighting. It's just brilliant. Now this one also has a really harsh dry down, so you'll want to use a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. But overall, I think 2 coats is going to be the best. No need to go up to a 3rd and overbuild it. And here we've got Gettin Figgy with it. This is described as a boysenberry crelly with gold and copper glass and black flakes. This is a stunning type of purple. It's what I would consider to be one of, quote, those types of purples. It's medium, it's cool toned, and I think it's very universally flattering, regardless of skin tone or undertone. 2 to 3 coats is going to pop the best with this, though very similar to All I Want for Christmas. I thought 2 coats was where I needed to stop. Now this also dries down very flat once again, so I would suggest a good glossy top coat and glitter smoother. In retrospect, I did not use a glitter smoother for my swatches here, and I feel like it's just a touch too flat, so don't make the mistake that I did. And then here is Ribbon Candy. This is an orange, gold, pink, and green glass and black flake. This is delightful and so true to its inspiration. There's a ton going on here, and it's going to give you a lot of depth. Now, I took this one up to 3 coats, and I went in incredibly thin on my last coat. Honestly, I went pretty thin on that 2nd coat too. But I wanted to see just what the difference between 2 to 3 is going to look like, because this is pretty matchy-match in terms of formula and flaky packness that Twinkle All The Way is. So honestly, I think 2 coats is where I should have stopped. Now again, on this one, I did not use a glitter smoother, and I really wish I would have, but I wanted to keep it like this so you guys can see what a regular quick dry glossy top coat looks like over it. I'm going to strongly suggest, again, use that glitter smoother. It's going to plump it out, make it glossier, and just give you a better twinkle and chrome-like shine on the flakes. And here is the After Dark Prisms collection. These are also 12 individually or 44 for the set. So first we've got Twilight. This is described as a creamy antique gold metallic prism finish with hollow flakes. Now this is very warm. I think the base itself, I would personally describe it as being a warm taupe-like color. It's got a bit of a greige type of lean to it, and the shimmer is incredibly warm too. So if you have golden undertones like myself and you're very warm undertoned, I think this is also going to pull incredibly neutral on you. Not quite a nude on my personal skin tone, but I just think it's going to kind of blend with you if you're going to be warm toned. Therefore, I think cool undertones
are going to pop the best with this one. It does dry down flat, so I would suggest a thicker glossy top coat, though maybe not a glitter smoother as there's no texture. And next is Enchantment. This is an indigo metallic prism finish with hollow flakes. So in my opinion, the prism finishes that are in this collection that's a term coined by Rachel herself. I would describe this finish, if you're curious what exactly that means. To me, it means it looks like velvet, in my opinion. Like there's a lot of depth. It's very jewel toned, very rich, and it's velvety. That's the best way I can describe it. And then we've got those little hollow flakes that give you this wonderful twinkle. It reminds me of a dress from the late 90s with all those velvet type looks that you used to see in the department stores during Christmas time. Enchantment has a wonderful formula. I think 2 normal coats is perfect with a good glossy top coat. And here we've got, speaking of holiday dresses, I did not realize I did that. This is Little Red Dress, described as a ruby red metallic prism finish with hollow flakes. So very similar to the other prism finishes. I think 2 coats is perfect if you go in normal. I went in a touch thin on this one and I went to 3 coats. So 2 normal or just regular coats or 3 light coats is going to pop the best. This does pop really well against me despite having that warm undertone. So I do think it's one of those forgiving types of reds based off of your skin tone. I would also finish with a thicker glossy top coat to seal this one up and you'll be good to go. This is one of those what I would consider a Santa Claus red. And lastly, we've got Night Bright. This is a dark teal metallic prism finish with hollow flakes. So we have one more prism finish, or what I'm going to dub the velvet finish. I think 2 to 3 coats, once again, is perfect. I took this to 2 normal for me coats, and I saw no reason to go to that 3rd. It's very forgiving. This type of finish, I would almost expect to have a very strong streaking problem. So I was pleasantly surprised that that was not the case for me. It built really well and no issues there. Now we have the Black Friday exclusives. We've got a doorbuster and we've got a gift with purchase. So to start off with, this is our doorbuster for this year. This is Glowy AF, described as a pale creamy purple base with glowy purple shimmer. You need this polish. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. You need this. It's beautiful and it knocked my socks off. I've been feeling a certain way about shimmers lately, so maybe I'm just a little biased. But this has a delicious formula. It's very creamy. It's very self-leveling, very forgiving in terms of streaking, which is always impressive to me when I see these types of finishes packed full of shimmer. I think 2 to 3 coats is going to flatter this one the best. Honestly, I took it to that 3rd coat and I thought it plumped up beautifully on my nails. Of course, please remember, I prefer my nails to look quite a bit on the thicker side for the finished look. So it's going to depend on your personal preference and how you polish, all that good stuff. Even though it's got that warm greige undertone with a touch of a lavender tint to it, I thought it popped ridiculously well on me. So I do think this is one of those surprising types of colors that will almost pretty much be universally flattering. And then finally, we have our gift with purchase. This is Who Doesn't Love Presents? I agree. I love presents. This is a metallic plum with soft scattered hollow sparkle. This one's going to be free with your purchases over $25 before shipping. Who Doesn't Love Presents has a velvety type finish. I think it's, in my opinion, a lighter version of those nice velvety, prismatic looking ones we saw in the After Dark Prisms collection. This builds up very smooth. It has a strong metallic feel on application. I think 3 light to normal coats is going to make this one sing in terms of that inner glow. This is a really cool toned, flattering type of purple, and I think it's going to pop on just about anybody. Finish with a good glossy top coat because it does dry down quite flat. And to wrap everything up, pun intended, we've got the Willet Topper segment. This is where I demonstrate polishes over a black swatch stick to show if they have layering capabilities. All right, so we have a hodgepodge of finishes to check out. All I Want for Christmas and Gettin Figgy with it. Both of those were the Crellies out of this entire set, and they both toppered well. It just subtracts from their base colors. Now, I should have put these together if I'm completely honest. Apologize about that cutoff there. But Twinkle All The Way and Ribbon Candy, both of the flakies here are delightful over black. They will absolutely double as toppers. Please note that they are very dense toppers. So if you're going to use them in a very, very sparse way, I would strongly recommend dry brushing them because as you can see right here, there's so much, which is not a bad thing, but just make sure to get all that suspension base out on the bottle, on the neck before you dry brush if you want that type of look. Now, Twilight looks really yummy over black. I think it gave it that cool toned look that I was going for popping against myself. Enchantment and the other velvety looking finishes in this collection, or I should say the metallic prismatic finishes, those toppered so good and they pop ridiculously well. Little Red Dress also, but I was very pleasantly surprised the red pigment is so glowy, it just took over that black. Same thing with Night Bright. I didn't really see much of a difference in terms of what I saw on the nail versus the stick. Glowy AF, there's so much you can do with this. I think you can play up with that base color and just go outside of the box. I think this one can layer beautifully. Now, same with Who Doesn't Love Presents. I think that this is, again, that metallic prism finish. It's quite opaque and it's very glowy on its own. I honestly think these would be better worn by themselves.
All right, so that's a lot of prettiness and I don't know, rogues, flakes, and just her polishes. They're always so freaking pretty. I've never surprised on that front. I know they're always going to be fantastic. Somebody recently asked me on my last Rogue video for the Halloween stuff, asked about the topperisms and stuff like that. And I still stand by my comment that Rogue's flakes are very special. And it's always a real treat to see what kind of color combinations that she comes up with. Okay, so the sale information. This is all going to start November 23rd, Thursday. So actual Thanksgiving for those of us in the US, November 23rd at 8 p.m. Pacific time. There's going to be 15% off site-wide through November 27th. The 15% off does exclude the doorbuster, the mystery crackle, and grab bags. I know you're saying crackle, but we'll get to that in a moment. New collections only are going to be 15% off for the first 24 hours. So that is a really good deal because typically full sets are already discounted a little bit. So this will be another 15% on top of that. The doorbuster is going to be $6 and that's only going to be for the first 12 hours or while supplies last. Then they're going to be raised up to the normal pricing of $12. So definitely worth it for this one if you're going to participate in this sale to get in there when it opens. The mystery crackle polish is also going to be $7 for the first 12 hours too. After that, it's going to go up to the regular price of $12 or if it sells out, either way. So that just tells me right there, reading between the lines, that some of these are, there's a cap, essentially, an unspoken cap, if you will. The gift with purchase polish is going to be on for orders 25 and above before shipping. There will be some markdowns of polishes already available in the shop. So definitely worth it to kind of browse around the store to see what you're wanting, all that good stuff, and if it's discounted. Orders over 75 will ship free using the code FREESHIP75 for $10 off international shipping. So I will have all this information broken down in the description box. I know that was a lot and it will be in a written format if that's easier for you. And I'll also link you guys to Rogue Lacquer's Facebook group and her website if you want to get in there and just check out what additional damage you could do on your wallet this month. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.